Hi guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Dino Dodge. The object of Dino Dodge is you're going to try to be the last dinosaur standing, and you're going to try to eliminate the other dinosaurs by either getting them stuck in lava or stuck under a meteor. So let's check it out. Okay folks, here we go. The object of the game is you're going to try to eliminate all of the dinosaurs and be the last dinosaur standing. And what you're going to be doing in this game is you're going to be placing meteors here, and the meteors are going to be falling. So we'll go ahead and start off with the different components. Right here you have land tiles, and these are in the circle. And there's two sides. You have the land side, and then you have the lava side. Over here, these are different action cards that you'll be able to play, and I'll talk about how these work here in a little bit. And right over here you have what are called the meteor cards. Now, the meteor cards have numbers 3, 2, 1, and throughout the game these are going to be getting lower until it hits the boom. And they have, some of them have just 1, and some of them just have 2, and others will have up to 3. These are the different dinosaur tokens that you can choose from. And each dinosaur has what is called a dino power. And again, I'll talk about how these work here. But here are the dinosaurs. You have Yara, I think. You have Ruby. You have Phoebe. You have George. And then you have Bruno. So for this particular game, I'm going to go ahead and choose Bruno. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose George right over here. Now, whoever the oldest player is going to start. And you're going to go ahead and give him this token, and there's two sides to this. So what the first player is going to do is he's going to draw one of these meteor cards, and it's going to place it over one of these land tiles. So he'll place it on here like so. And then each player is going to go ahead and put their dinosaur on any one of the land tiles. So I'll go ahead and put the blue over there, and then I'll put the green one, say, over here somewhere. And so now the game is going to start. So in the very beginning, everybody is going to be receiving one of these Move You cards, and then they're going to receive 5 more cards. And there's 3 different ways that you're going to be able to do actions in this game. And one of the ways is simply by playing these cards. And what these cards are going to do is they're either going to move your dinosaur or move one of your opponent's dinosaurs. So if you play the Move You card, you're simply going to be able to move your dinosaur to one of the adjacent land tiles like so. If you play Move You and Bump, what this means is if you happen to have a dinosaur that is over here, for example, and you move here, this is going to bump him over there to the next adjacent tile in the same direction. You also have a card that says Move Enemy. This will allow you to move one of your opponent's tokens to one of the adjacent tiles. And then you also have Move Enemy and Bump. And the way this works is if you move your opponent's tile, and if he happens to land on a spot with the dinosaurs are going to move over to the next space. So this is one way that you'll be able to one of the actions you'll be able to take, and you can play as many of these cards as you want that are in your hand. Now, another thing you can do is each of these land tiles have a symbol on it, and they have different actions that you can take. If you see one with this symbol, this is going to allow you to swap land tiles. So if it was my turn, I could do something like this. Take these 2 and swap them like that. If it is this one, this is going to allow me to swap meteors. So if I happen to have another meteor over here somewhere, I could take this meteor and swap it with, say, this one. This particular symbol is going to allow you to move a meteor, and you'll just simply move it to one adjacent space. So I can move a meteor over here, or I can move it over here. And then the last thing I'll also be able to do is I'll be able to rotate the axis. So if the meteor happened to be down here to 2, I could rotate it up to 3. And the way you play these cards is if whatever space you are on, you'll be just simply going to play a card that has that same symbol on it, and then you'll go ahead and perform its action. If you wanted to perform a land action on a tile that you're not on, say this one, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and play 2 cards that each have the matching symbol, so a pair, essentially. Now, the third thing that you're going to be able to do is you'll be able to play your Dino Power. And the way you're going to play your Dino Power is you're simply going to play 2 matching movement cards, like, say, 2 Move You cards. And then you're going to follow this little formula over here. The first thing you'll do is you'll move yourself 2. So let's say blue shows 1 and then 2. And then it also says all enemies within 1 space, which let's just say this dinosaur happened to be 1 space from me, will move 1 in the same direction. So what this would do is this would go ahead and move him this way, since that's the direction that I went myself. And each of these dinosaurs have their own ability, and they're a little bit different for each one. But anyway, you can do any combination of these actions on your turn. Now, after you've played, you're going to go into what is called the Sky is Falling phase. You'll go ahead and you'll turn this token over, and what this is going to do is this is going to go ahead and take any of the meteors and move them down to the next number. So in this case, it's going to be 2. Now, after you rotate, you'll do what is called a draw check. If you happen to be under a meteor, you'll draw one card. And you'll also do what is called a boom check if any of the meteors are on the boom side after you flip them. Now, if there happens to be a dinosaur that is under one of these things, he can stay there so long as it's not on the boom phase. And if he decides to stay there, he's going to be able to draw an extra card, but he can't have more than 5. Also, if you end up playing your Dino Power, you'll also be able to gain a card as well. Now, if it gets to the point where there's a dinosaur on here and the thing gets tilted down over here to the boom, then the dinosaur is going to have to get out of the way. And what he's going to do is he's simply going to choose a move card or play a Dino Power or one of these abilities to try to get out. So let's just say he said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that and get out of the way. Now, any meteor that happens to hit a land like this is going to get it turned over to the lava side like this. Now, what's significant about this is, like, you can still move around when it is your turn, but you cannot end your turn on a lava. Now, your opponent can end up moving you onto a lava, but you're going to have to get off the lava pretty much the same way as you would if it was a meteor that was hitting you. Another thing is, if you end up in a situation like this where you're on lava and then this meteor is on the boom phase, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to play either your Dino Power or one of these land abilities in order to get off of it. And after that, it's going to go ahead and go to the next player. Now, this token is called a safe token. Whenever there is one tile that is left that is still safe, you're going to go ahead and play it on there. And this tile is not going to be affected by meteors. But mainly what you're going to be trying to do is you're going to be trying to get your opponent in a place where he is stuck. So let's say you happen to get your opponent's dinosaur over here. He's going to have to end up moving off by playing a movement card or something. And if he's not able to do that, then he's going to be eliminated from the game. And if he's in a situation like this, where he's under a boom tile and he can't get off, he'll be eliminated that way. If you end up emptying your entire hand with no cards, you'll draw 1. When you start your turn, you'll draw back up to 5 cards. So anyway, that's the gist of the game. You're going to be just playing these different movement cards, doing these different land abilities, using your Dino Power, and just basically trying to get your opponent to a place where he is stuck and he can't get off and eliminate him. And that's the game, Dino Dodge. So my final thoughts on Dino Dodge. Well, I have to admit, when I first started reading the rules, I kind of laughed a little bit because, like, that's a pretty funny idea, trying to, like, you know, get these dinosaurs in the way of these meteors and trying to eliminate them. But yeah, I like the game. It's a pretty cool game. There's a lot of different options that you have. You have cards that you can play. You can move yourself. You can move other dinosaurs. You can bump them. You have Dino Powers that you can use. You've got the different land tile abilities that you can use. And there is some strategy. You can kind of like do combos, like where you're moving yourself and then bumping your enemy and then moving your enemy and then just, you know, trying to get it to where they're going to get stuck. So a lot of the fun is just trying to basically get out of the way of these meteors and getting the other dinosaurs in the way of them. So yeah, I like this game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Dodgeball, but only with the dinosaur theme and with meteors. Anyway, would I recommend this game? Yeah. This is not a hard game to learn. It plays pretty quick, and yeah, it's a pretty cool little idea. I've never seen a game like this before, so yeah, I would give it a recommendation. This is a light game, not heavy at all, and easy to learn. All right, guys, that's my review of Dino Dodge. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.